those text emails coming in. 81089 is where we leave. You can email the show for free at talksport.com. Tweet me Andy Golson05 or Jason Cundy's available, of course, at Jason Cundy05. Time now to talk to Dr. Octagon.
Dr. Octagon, Dr. Octagon, Dr. Octagon, he is here, he is here.
Good evening, Noel Gallagher.
Evening, Noel.
All right, fellas.
How are you, Sonny? You good?
I'm all right.
Where do we find you this evening? Are you out and about?
I'm at home in London. Not actually sat in the back garden now, but I was.
Yeah.
Up until I took this call off you.
Nice. Having a few drinks?
And she drinks. The wife's got some of her friends round.
Okay. Do you like them?
Yes.
Are they near you? Can they hear that?
No.
Oh, okay. Fine. Okay.
Yeah. But their respective partners will be listening to Talksport, so, you know.
Right. Okay. Just cough. Do you like them?
I genuinely do love them dearly.
Okay. All right then.
You normally moan if anyone comes round your house.
Yeah.
So.
Were they invited? Do you ever have people knock on your door and go, "Is Noel in?"
No. People know better. Maybe the odd fan now and again, but yeah.
They can get that close, can they?
Well, they get to the gate and like you kind of got a little intercom, but sometimes they stand to the side and then you're thinking something else, and then you answer and go hello, and they go, "Oh, we've come all the way from Italy, he's Noel there," and you just got to go, "Nah, he's not here, mate." And they're like, "Oh, where's he gone?" He's off doing something brilliant, you know.
And he won't be back for like 4 years.
He will be back for 6 weeks.
Yeah. Hey, congratulations on your GQ award and great speech as well.
Yeah, so they say. I don't remember a great deal about it. I was really drunk when I got there. I can't remember a great deal about it, to be honest.
And you usually give the awards away. Who have you given it to?
It just arrived here this afternoon, actually, in a big box full of other gear. I don't know. I don't know. I definitely didn't come home with it, but it's arrived here. I don't know. Why do you want it? I'll put it on eBay and sell it for Ormond Street.
I'd love to do that. I mean, you did promise me the Ivan Novello award, which I didn't really want to push. But
yeah, I'm not going to give you that.
No, okay. Well, listen, I'll take the GQ one. I'll put that on eBay if you don't mind.
Yeah, okay. All right, then.
All right.
How much do you reckon it'll go for?
Say again?
How much do you reckon it'll go for?
I'd like to think more than Jason Cundy's drawing of me that went on eBay.
What was that? 50p, 90 pence?
No, you'll be surprised, actually.
No.
150?
Go and have a look.
I'll text you the picture. I'll text you. I bought in a couple of canvases. And
why don't we put both the awards on eBay and just split the money? Never mind Great Ormond Street. They've got enough money in that mob anyway, haven't they?
That sounds like
a great night out.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan. Listen, let's get involved with football chat, shall we? We haven't spoken to you. You've, of course, come into the studio a couple of weeks back. We haven't spoken to you since the transfer window closed.
Yes.
So I suppose the obvious question... Well, listen, we won't go with the obvious Man United one. We'll start with Arsenal getting Ozil. What did you make of that?
He's a bit overpriced for a player they don't really need. I mean, he's a great player. And I think any team in the top 6 would have had him. But for 42 and a bit, plus what wages is going to be, will work out 60-odd million.
They've got it, haven't they?
Well, yeah, they've got it, but they don't need another 5'8" midfielder, do they? You know what I mean? If they need a centre forward, a centre half, and a goalkeeper. But great for the neutral because we get to see him play every week on Match of the Day in Sky. So, but I'm not sure it's what they needed. But I was kind of buzzing for the Arsenal fans. But it's funny when they were going back to the Emirates, like saying when they were the Arsenal fans, and they were all kind of stood there pleading, "Oh, please come." But I know quite a few goons, and they're thrilled over the moon to have got him.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They needed. I mean, I think Manchester United needed him, and Arsenal needed Fellaini.
Well, I couldn't believe Man United didn't go in for Ozil. Saying in the paper today they did, but I don't really believe that. I mean, if he's going, United, this is what United wanted. Never mind Fellaini. Fellaini's a good player. He's a good player, but I have it on good authority. He's not a Man United player.
What do you mean? He's not. I have it on good authority. He's not a Man United player. Elaborate.
Well, no, I'm not elaborating. I get into trouble.
Well, you mean technically he's not? He won't fit the Man United way.
He's a good he's a rough and tumble kind of player. He's not. United were after a Juan Mata and an Ozil kind of thing, weren't they? They're after a replacement for Paul Scholes, is what they're saying. He's hardly that.
But we haven't had a ball-winning midfielder since Roy Keane. So
no, but I mean, really, United don't need to win the ball a great deal. You know what I mean? It's like they kind of dominate most games they play in. You know, it's only like the big games. They only have like 6 of those a season. So remains to be seen. But again, he was kind of like he's a bit overpriced for a player. They didn't really it didn't seem like they really wanted him or really needed him. Do you know what I mean? But it was a funny old window. You know, it was kind of a bit. City weren't doing much business. It was a bit boring for us. We kind of watching it thinking, I missed the old City, like mad, just buying everything that moved, you know. Yeah. But I just found out, I read about our Michaelis tonight.
Yeah, I know. 6 weeks is he out?
6 weeks he's out. That's just a massive... He's never going to play for City. You can just tell now, because Vinny will be back by the time he gets back.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Did you hear any whispers from inside the club that you may be going after someone before that window closes?
No, I think they've got it all in pretty early. I'm not sure. I reckon if Ozil would have come up earlier, they'd have probably gone in for him. Do you know what I mean?
There's no napkin this year, no?
There was.
There was.
Don't bring that up. There's something worse than a napkin. Don't drop me in it, by the way.
Let's talk about Greg Dyke. Did you see his speech yesterday?
Yeah, funnily enough, I was at the O2 about 6 weeks ago, seeing Neil Young, and he was in the box that I was in, and he was saying pretty much the same thing about. So I was watching his speech. It was interesting because I was talking to him about it, and he was saying pretty much the same thing. I think he's got to come in and say something, but we all know what the problems are. It's the solution is what we're trying to find, isn't it? It's like it's all right saying, well, the quota of English players are going down, the quota of English coaches are going down. It's like, all right, Sherlock, we know that. It's like, what are we going to do about it? And they say, well, the Premier League is foreign owned, and it's all foreign players. Right, well, we know that, but it's like, and if he's kind of saying the England team is going to die, then I'm afraid if you're, the strongest clubs in this country are going to all the owners and saying we need more English players, they're just going to be like,
Why should they?
No, they shouldn't, because it's a free market and all that, and they're there to to play it out between each other. They're high rollers. They don't care, And I still think that you'd rather have, although there's not a great English squad, I think you'd rather have the 6 or 7 players that are kind of are great players. You'd rather have them being truly great players because they break their way into like Rooney and Lampard and Terry and that. You'd rather take your chances with, instead of having half the players in the English league being English and then being Andy Sinton. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I said exactly the same on last night's show. I totally agree with you. And also, the thing that got me was the fact that he plucked these dates out of nowhere with no backup whatsoever. The fact we're going to hopefully our plan is to get to at least the last 4 of the Euros 2020 and then win the World Cup 2 years later. I just didn't know how he came to that conclusion.
Well, you know what he should have said? His first priority should be, let's get to this World Cup.
Yeah.
Because the way it's going, I'd be very surprised if we got there without going through the playoffs. Never mind the World Cup in 2022. That's crazy talk.
See, you're absolutely right that we all know the problem, and I don't think there is any one single problem that we can point the finger at. There is maybe 4 or 5 or maybe more, but the problem I have is where academies, my club's guilty of it, and I'm pretty sure yours is, Noel, as well, is bringing young players in from Argentina, Colombia, all corners of the world, and spending vast sums of money on these young kids, and it stops some of our younger players getting an opportunity. That's where I have the big problem.
Yeah, but it must be very easy for the owners of clubs. If you've got the money and you're like, well, we can develop this kid over the next 7 years, and his dad's a pain. He's got rubbish tattoos. Or we can get this kid from Brazil for after. It's very, very tempting for a club owner just to say, because if you've got the money, you're going to spend it. Do you know what I mean? And it's no secret that it's generally only British managers that go for British players. Like Ferguson did his bit. Moyes will probably do his bit at United. But foreign coaches, they must look at it, you know, because they've come from a different culture and they must have preconceived ideas about English players, and they don't carry, when they get here, they carry out those preconceived notions that they have, which is like, you know, what did Capello say, lions in the spring and lambs in the summer. Do you know what I mean? So I don't really know what the solution is. You know, I mean, what everybody's guilty of is of the FA is just that lack of foresight to think, could the Premier League be the biggest thing in the world? And it kind of, I don't think there's a great deal they can do about it apart from hope against hope that, you know, one day it all falls into place, you know.
Well, I tell you what, let me ask you then about the games coming up. We've got Moldova at Wembley tomorrow and then Ukraine on Tuesday. I'm guessing Joe Hart is going to play a big part of probably both of those games. What do you make of those two games coming up? And also, Joe Hart has not been in the best of form recently.
No, but I think, you know, a lot's made of... The keeper's in a unique position. You know what I mean? I was reading in the paper today, you know, like I think James Milner made the point that, you know, if you're a central midfielder and you make a mistake, you've got the older midfielder to bail you out. If you're the older midfielder, you've got the back four to bail you out. Joe makes a mistake, generally ends up in the net, you know, and of course it being England, it gets magnified, and it being at City, it gets magnified. I tell you what, City put him up for sale tomorrow. Every single club in world football would have a nibble.
Yeah, the truth is, he is the best we have by some distance. And, you know, it's not like you go back years ago when there was Ray Clements and Shilton, who...
And Corrigan.
You know, there we had three. Yeah. We haven't. Listen, Ruddy, we don't know how good he's going to be, and the rest of them... Joe Hart at the moment is having a bit of a tough time, but he is by some distance the best goalkeeper we have.
I think it is so counterproductive to have your keeper who's obviously head and shoulders above the rest. It's for when he makes the odd mistake, is to start hammering him. That's not going to help anybody. No. The thing to do is for his respective managers and the fans, he's not to get on his back. He just remind him how great he is. Do you know what I mean? And I'll say it again. You know, City put him up for sale tomorrow.
Yeah, I agree.
You'd have him at United.
I agree.
You'd have him at Chelsea. They'd have him anywhere. You know, anywhere would have him. Yeah. So, I mean, that kind of speaks for itself, I think.
Before we let you go, I want to get your views on a bet that Jay and I have had with a listener, and it's sort of snowballed quite dramatically. A Liverpool fan phoned up a few weeks back, and I said I was so sure that Liverpool wouldn't finish in the top four that if they did, I would shave my head, and Jay would as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, well...
Do you want to come in on the bet, Noel?
How confident are you that they won't?
I just think over 38 games, they've got to go some to be more consistent and better than Arsenal and Tottenham.
Okay, so you don't think we'll be two slapheads at the end of the season?
Well, I'm already halfway there.
Now, clearly, as much as I'd love to see both of you looking like Harry Krishnas, would be brilliant. But I think you're probably safe.
Okay, all right. But you don't want to join us?
Just on the off chance that they sneak in there, I might not say it on air.
No, you can come in and you can do the shaving. How about that?
No, I don't need to do that. No.
God, no.
No, good Lord. No.
We'll take off as well. No, you're a star. Thank you so much for coming in from your party, although it sounds like we've done you the favour.
No. Oh, no. All the birds are getting tipsy now. That's when the fun starts.
Okay, you're a star. Thanks, pal. Appreciate that.
Cheers, Noel.
See you later.
Thanks, mate.
Goldstein Sports Bar. Weekday nights from 10 on Talksport.